there was a certain couple that liked to yap a little more than others.
I thought everyone else was really good couples.
Yeah.
It was really hard
Japanese
to
films.
determine like who wasn't a good couple, really.
No, it was easy for me. There was one that we should have put at the very end.
Ooh, he's a sneaky bastard, you know. So if we took him a mouthful, he's a sneaky bastard.
My name's Vanessa. I'm 20 years old, and this is...
I'm Drew. I'm also 20, and we met like 7 years ago, like in middle school. And it's like a slow burn thing. So we just started dating.
Yeah,
So, fun
a
stuff.
year ago, yeah, but we've known each other for a really long time.
Hi, my name is Alex.
I'm
7 years.
We've been married
That's
for
crazy.
3 years. We actually met on Bumble a little bit after COVID.
I'm 27 and you are?
Oh, I'm 31.
Hi guys, I'm Max.
Why does she already seem tired?
I'm Daisy. Hi.
Yeah, and I'm
Why does she already
22.
seem
I just
tired?
turned 22 today, so
Happy birthday!
thank you.
I'm 19 and we met on Hinge, but that's only the meeting part.
I'm Henry Bone. This is.
I'm Kaima.
I'm 21.
I'm also 21, but I'm older.
Hold on a minute.
We met on Bumble, actually too. So shout out
Nice.
Bumble. Shout out
Let's
Bumble
go,
buddies.
dude, yeah.
We've been together for like a year and a month.
I'm Talia.
I'm Aaliyah.
I'm 20.
I'm 22.
Happy Pride, happy Pride, happy Pride, happy Pride.
Yeah.
But we're like the one success story from there. So we've been together
Tinder,
for like
Bumble,
a year and a
Hinge,
half.
Bumble,
I
and
definitely
8
want to
years.
put them like number one. Like
Yeah, I think so.
they're married, like they win. And then also look like
Oh, they're
they're
married.
matching, they're matching.
Do you guys have any kids?
We do. We have a son who's gonna be 2 in July. So.
2? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
they're
Damn.
definitely it's right.
What Japanese movies are you watching though?
Appreciate
So
it.
like go in front of
I
us.
appreciate
Wait,
that.
wait.
And then I'd have to second that you guys are probably in the best spot right there, just because you guys have known each other the longest, and it's kind of been like that slow burn kind of love story.
I feel like up here, like we all kind of like look similar, like siblings are dating, right? I actually thought like as soon as I saw Drew and Vanessa, I just thought that they like looked like a very compatible couple based on appearance wise, and I also thought that Simon and
It's
Alex
okay if I take off
looked
my
very
tracksuit bottoms. I'm taking
just
them off anyway.
cohesive.
Going by that logic, I think they should move up.
Yeah.
Because they're also siblings are dating.
Did you guys have like,
I'm thinking for individuality, we're different. We're different, guys. We're different. You can only go up from here.
True. Real.
Only go up from here. You know, I prefer not to look like my significant other. That's just up to me.
She's
But
laying
to
in
each
her
their
ass
own, you know,
though.
some people, you know, are
She,
into
see,
the...
wait. You're probably into black girls, wait. Yeah, I will. I'll look up. She's got this goth aesthetic, but she ain't really got anything else that you like, is it?
I think we're good.
Make it look cute, make it cute.
Do you guys believe that sex without love is satisfying?
This is my first boyfriend, so he's like my first, you know, good
Everything.
stuff, you know, and all that. In my personal experience, this is like what I imagine like the best being. Anything that like I want to try, anything, he's like always very, very open, and it's like the
Freaky
environment
ass
that I
nigga,
always saw
he's a
myself being in.
6'9",
well,
whatever his
I want to
name
move
is.
them to second, just because I like their, and you guys are still first. Because I mean, you guys made a baby, and like, you guys must like.
Yeah, because they're each other's first love, so I feel like their sex
Yeah,
is like
I'd agree
more,
with that.
more passionate.
So like,
'cause
come
they're
on,
first, right?
skip.
I also want to add, I have had sex with men in the past, but I think that there's like a deeper connection.
wants to
and
be
it's more,
first.
like, I don't know, just emotional, like with women, for me.
Yeah, so I think you should go right
In
between
here,
us.
yeah.
Because when it's love, it's love. You know?
For a long time, I was just not in a good space. I think I've always known I've liked women, but I was just, I think the validation and wanting to feel like wanted, like put me in some
Just, I can't watch these
situations
stuff on
with like men
stream.
that I didn't, really want to be in. But then it's like when you
Is this horror again?
like, accept yourself and like are able to like experience what you actually like feel inside, and like that was like with women,
Horror.
and then with like Aaliyah, it's just been like it just feels right, like, you know.
How many times a week do you guys have sex?
Oh Lord.
I knew someone was gonna ask this question.
What shogun, boy,
pre
boy?
or
What
post
shogun?
You can give us both.
Pre-baby, it was like probably 5-6 times a week. Post-baby, now we'll get lucky if it's like once a week or once a week.
Once a month.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly depends. Like when we have more free time, like we'll try to get it in as much as possible.
The baby's sleeping.
Yeah, but like when it's crazy, like sometimes it can be once a month, and it's like there's just nothing you can do about it, kind of thing. Like, yeah, the urge is there, and like you're like, I wish I could do it, but it's like you get busy with the baby and whatever. So
We do live together. So even before, it was like he's either at my house or like I'm at his house. And even then, it was like every time.
Gotta end the night off, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like we're always on the same page, and actually we don't like live near each other at all. We take turns to like drive to each other, but to us, it's like if we're up for it, we're up for it. But we're very strict, like very like
Spontaneous.
emotional. It's still great, you know, kind of different kinks, but that's just we're very compatible in that aspect.
Freaky ass.
But what about you guys? Like, do you see each other
Yeah, what
often?
about you guys?
Oh
We
yeah.
live like 2 minutes away
Yeah,
from
we're 2
each
minutes.
other, so I mean, we can go over to each other's houses like whenever, and like we go to the same school right now, so
So yeah.
we're kind
How
of.
important is it to you?
I mean, it's kind of like if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
It's
They
like,
don't be
it's
having
We
very-
don't force it
Yeah.
or anything. So
They
it
don't
happens
be having it.
sometimes.
They don't be having it. Put them at the
Nice,
bottom.
dude.
Nice.
We live together, so I don't know. I would say like every other day. I would say.
And depending on the week, it could be like every day
Right.
or every other day. Yeah.
I do think that I don't know. I feel like it's an emotional connection. Like I've cried during like just because of being so like emotional and so like just thankful for her.
Hold
and,
on,
like,
turn on my
I don't know, I
VPN
think
right
it can
now.
be a really like
Crying
powerful
is crazy.
experience in our situations.
Are you crying after? Like you guys?
We're both really, really emotional people. I'm the type of person where I never want to get vulnerable unless somebody gives me something first. So he kind of just like lays it out, and then I'm like, oh my baby, like I feel like this too, and it's like stuff like that. Yeah.
based on sex compatibility, I'd move them to the front.
Yeah.
In agreement
Yeah.
with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys
Yeah.
cry too if they go up there.
I'd move them to second.
I would
I'm
move
cool
you
with
guys
that.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crying is crazy. I can't even watch
You
this on
guys should
stream.
move up, honestly. Because the way it looks right now is just like kind of like how often, just by that case, I guess you guys can move up.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, like
We'll move.
3.
We had this
Damn.
conversation not too long ago where I'm like, I thought I was looking for physical affection from you, but what I really wanted was just to have your
Intimate.
undivided attention, to talk to you, to get down to a level where, you know, if I'm feeling a certain type of way, just be able to cry in front of you, to just let all my emotions out. And I was confusing that with the physical intimacy.
I feel like we should hear from them since they're like medium, like long distance kind of couple, and like how does that like affect this?
I feel like physical intimacy, it does, when we do see each other, it does help us like rebond and connect us a lot more.
I feel like since we're not able to see each other like as often, every time we actually like sleep on FaceTime every day. So like I feel like I have a virtual boyfriend, but whenever I see him in person again, like I just fall.
I feel like them two are
It's
the
different,
most.
like you just want to like
They're
keep
there.
touching them.
I feel like they should move
Not
up
bad.
since they don't get to do it, and it's like more special for them when they get to see each other.
Nah, the
'cause they're
wedding
long
people
distance.
get lost. Marriage people.
You wanna move them?
I don't know, maybe above us. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's good right there. I mean, I like their answer because they're just saying like you don't need the physical touch. Like you have like the intimacy, like just socially. Like you don't need.
They were able to.
You can mimic. Yeah, you don't need it.
Mimic is crazy. Let's start right there.
Obviously, today we learned that what's on the outside doesn't count.
It's on the inside. Oh.
The Nectar app.
Okay.
W promo.
Reveal of where you actually score based on the nectar assessment that you did.
Oh, there's scores? I didn't even know that.
Typo.
You know what? I'm not surprised.
I'm kind of surprised, like what, like that we're here, cause like your guys' answers, like I was like they're for sure gonna be like up more.
It's very much so. I would say when it comes to like
I
our
told you.
intimacy, it's
Freak
very
ass,
much
freak ass,
me
freak ass,
more
freak
so
ass.
like, oh, I want to try this, I want to do this, I want to do that. He's like, okay, yeah, cool, yeah. Occasionally he'll be like, babe, let's try this, and I'm like,
I don't really talk about sex often, and it kind of just makes me like, you know, and I don't really like putting it out there, so I feel like maybe I just undersold in my scoring sheet, you know, but I'm kind of fine with just being in the middle.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Relationships are not traditional, and they're not the way they used to be. So physical is what can really throw that. The sex and all of that can throw everything off in a
Oh, my
relationship.
finger.
Yeah, has any couple like have challenges with trust in the relationship?
a little bit. I just think that I naturally, in my life, I've never really fully allowed myself to trust anybody. I would say family members are very limited with my trust as well. I only trust like 2 people in my family with my entire heart and being. I would say I trust like maybe 1 or 2 friends fully. So I've never trusted anyone on the extent that I've trusted him. So I feel like there's some things where I do get very weary, but once I do talk about it and I communicate that with him, like the trust is like there.
I feel like I'm the same way. I trust her with my whole life. Like if my life was on the line and I had to call anybody or pick anybody, it would be her. But I'm the same way. Like a lot of my family, I don't trust them with my feelings just because of past traumas and things that have happened. So to have somebody in my life that I can 100% trust and know that she's always gonna be there for me, like that's worth more than its weight in gold. So.
Well, I think you guys should move up.
Yeah, can we have you number 1? Like you guys are for life, or
Hey.
like all the way up there, like all the way.
You guys can
number
probably
1.
be number 1.
What's this for?
What kind of boundaries do you guys have for like a close friend, if like that they could be interested in?
I feel like with
Good
guys,
question,
at
John.
least from like people I know, like it's pretty easy to tell when there's like kind of a malicious intent in a man, like, oh, like, what's up, girl? I'm your boy best friend. Like, where my hug at? You know, that's
my
different.
hug
You know, you can
at?
tell those type of guys a mile away.
I don't know if
Oh,
it's ever that obvious
Come
though,
let me get a
because I
hug,
don't know. Drew was my guy
man.
best friend, and like I fell in love with him, and I don't know, it's
Exactly.
never like that obvious. Well, he's not allowed to have any girl best friends.
Why?
That's just not allowed.
Yeah, I mean,
And I'm the same way. I'm not gonna have a guy best friend. Like that's crazy.
when you are the guy best friend in a situation, you know, you're always there, you're very reliable, and you don't really want that when you're the boyfriend.
Because who do you think is hearing all the drama in your relationship? This guy right
This
here.
guy right here.
And who do you think is gonna know how to be better when they want to date you? This guy.
I got like a trial period. Like
Yeah.
I knew, like I got like literally a cheat sheet.
I think compatibility-wise, I feel like they're like on the same page. Like she's like, okay, you can't have a girl best friend, like period, and him too. So it's like, I feel like I should definitely go up.
I felt we didn't like hear enough from like you guys, so I wanted to hear like what you guys have like.
Well, I don't, in our relationship, it doesn't matter, like I don't care who she hangs out with. As long as she tells me, communicates with me, and as long as it's not an ex, but we're very communicate, but yeah, I don't care who she hangs out with, I trust her.
Okay, as lesbians, it's a very like common
Yeah.
occurrence for lesbians to be friends with their exes, and it's so normalized, and it's not okay.
It's not okay.
Like I don't care that we're all women. Like it doesn't matter. No.
I feel like it's easier to ask, like, how do you guys feel about porn in a relationship? Like, are you guys cool with it? Are you guys not cool with it? Like, I mean, me personally, I don't care if she watches porn or not. I feel like watching porn is way better than going out and cheating on your significant other with somebody. So it's like, if you have an itch or if you have an urge, it's better to watch porn and have that type of release.
So we actually have a very interesting thing that we do. We don't mind porn at all, and sometimes we watch it together on FaceTime.
Yeah, we do that. No, we do that.
Yeah, and then like I would say we both started watching it like relatively young, cause I don't know, I'm like immigrated, so I just discovered it on the internet one day. I was like, oh wow, this is fun.
This is intense.
I let him do whatever he wants to do. He lets me do what I want to do. We're both very free souls, so we don't like when other people hold us down or like tell us
This guy,
not to do
I don't know what he's
something.
going
I think
through.
we should move them
I just
up
wanna know.
because I liked their answer about the porn answer. That was funny.
I also think you guys should move up as well.
Yeah.
Because you guys like just don't give a fuck. So, like, just straight up.
I'd put you a 3.
Three?
I
go
personally would.
Yeah.
And we're back here because, you know, we're not allowed to do stuff.
No. It's not like you're
Yeah.
I think it's pretty accurate just because like with marriage, there are a bunch of boundaries to a certain extent, not spoken, but you just know you're not supposed to do things when you're married. So it makes sense if we're at the way bottom for that.
For me personally, I have a lot of trust in her. Like she's giving me no reason not to.
I trust her at the end of the day.
outcome
We
was-
talked about it and like mentioned things that we're like comfortable with and not comfortable with, and we just went over it and like I respect it.
How long did it take everybody to get like locked in? Like, cause I know you guys known each other, but when you guys like first knew that you're like, oh, I'm into them. So how long was that mini talking, like romantic talking stage?
Probably like years. Well, we both were like dating other people at the time, but we were like still friends and stuff. So it was kind of just like weird. But I don't know. What do you want to say? Like a couple months,
I mean,
like when it was like
from
actually.
when we were both single, it was
From
like
when- yeah.
it was like 3 months.
He asked me on a second date, so is this gonna be for real? I'm down, are you down? And I was like, oh my gosh, I've never had somebody like me this much that they were like, I'm willing to lock down.
Literally before
No.
her date, I just like, I think like a week or two ago, I had a date with another girl and like, it was cool, but I never really like, I never felt that connection with her. And then I went to her date and oh my God, like I immediately was like, this woman is like everything. I was so geeked. It showed me like, wow, this is someone that I actually dig compared to like someone I didn't really feel too much for, you know? And then immediately, like after that date, like I tried to hit her up for another one. I was like, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. Like, I don't want to just talk, let's just do it. And she was like, okay.
How old are you guys again?
We were both
21.
21.
Have you lived on your own at any point,
Yeah.
like without?
Before him, I lived with just my sisters.
What about you?
I've always lived with my parents.
With your parents?
Yeah.
I would say that it could like you'd push him in that right direction because you know how to be independent. When you're at home, you have a lot of cushion, a lot of love. Some people don't get a lot of love, but there's still a comfort zone there. So if you're willing to commit and just drop everything, which means like home, to be with each other, then totally can make it work. I've seen it happen.
And then you're both living together right now?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
both live
Yeah.
together right now.
Like at your own house or?
We
No,
live
I moved in with him.
At your parents' house?
Yeah, at my
Okay,
parents' house.
perfect.
Yeah, we have our own like room downstairs.
So that's like another big thing is like, even though you do have your own room, like your own section, having your own, like whether it's an apartment or a studio or something, when it's just you two in the house and you both had a bad day and you got under each other's skin, like things can go south very fast. So it's just learning like each other's boundaries when you do have confrontation and there's nowhere else to go.
Well, I definitely think you're first. You have like rose-colored glasses on, so obviously it's gonna be the best because you haven't had anything else.
Yeah, I mean, like if it's a race and you're racing against nobody, of course you're gonna get first.
I'm actually a person that is really hard to like commit prior to this, and I never thought about marriage. I really did not want to get married at all before this relationship, and I actually gave him an 8-year plan. I told him that if you do not marry me in 8 years, I will leave you. Because I'm a person that, I mean, obviously prioritizes my career, and I don't want a man that's not going to commit to me and not gonna like fulfill his promises. So I told him that, and he's gonna fulfill it.
This guy has literally a time limit to figure his shit out, but he can't force things like that. Everything needs to happen organically. Like some people never get married, and she's like putting unnecessary pressure in a relationship.
It's just how we work, you know. Everybody works in a different way. Hopeless romantics might be like, oh, we're gonna love each other forever. But I don't like making promises I can't keep.
In my past relationships, it was hard to, I guess, stay motivated because you always like, you know, get veered off track because you know you guys are doing other things. But for me and Daisy, our relationship, it keeps me motivated, so I do enjoy it.
Okay, I'm very happy with them.
He loves the thrill.
Yeah. Good vibes too. I like good vibes.
He loves the thrill.
What do you guys think
He's
our ranking should be?
hilarious.
Because I think you guys are like.
I think
Because you guys have the most.
Let's make them do it.
Yeah, you guys.
I feel like you two can still be up forward because you live by yourselves, right? You said you live together.
We live with her mom.
And then you guys like in the same place.
Yeah, the same place.
Yeah, I feel like you two can move up because you guys have made that commitment to live with each other. And then you 2 to 3. I feel like.
Yeah, we can move you 2 to 3
Yeah.
right here.
Welcome.
I mean, I'd hope we were first since we're married, but
I think it makes sense because we've been
Oh, these are
together
all
for
high.
a
These are all
long
high.
time in the group, so I think that speaks for itself.
They're still high though.
The 8-year plan, no.
I think a lot of them were still in like their honeymoon stage, except for the married couple. They got their shit together.
Yeah, they're real.
They're badass.
They know what
for
they're
sure.
doing.
Some of the younger people, I mean, we're young too,
Yeah.
but like we can't really talk as well.
Yeah, like it is hypocritical for us to say like, oh, we haven't experienced as much for that, but I just feel like some people are so like rose-colored glasses, like, oh my God, he's literally my first boyfriend, and we're gonna be together forever and ever.
Because like I said the same thing about like my first boyfriend, and he said the same thing about his first girlfriend. It's like once you're with that first person, you're like, oh my gosh, like they're my person, but like you don't know.
Yeah, but sometimes they are, bro. Why you hating?
Okay, so has everyone had the children talk, like if you want kids? Or
Like, does anyone have any like disagreements as a couple in that aspect?
I guess for us, one of the biggest issues, we're both from different cultures. I'm full Indian, I come from a really Indian background, and he's Guatemalan. So when our cultures had to come together, it's two different religions,
Guatemala.
Hindu and Christian. So we did kind of experience a little bit of friction when trying to get the families together to understand like the different customs, the different cultures, but eventually, like when you want something to work, you find that compromise and that balance to make it work. It's a melting pot. We make it mesh.
I think because we're pretty early on in our relationship too, and I come from like Christian background. I'm pretty Christian. I grew up Christian, and Daisy's actually like she's atheist, right?
I'm not really.
Agnostic.
I'm not. Yeah, really.
Yeah, she's like right. Like currently, we have like some like disagreements on that aspect.
Well, it's just where I was raised. My family had like a kind of different view on it. I'm not like 100. Because right now it's really early on, but in the future I'm not like completely closed off to the idea, because I accept that that is his religion, and that if that is what he wants, I will support him. So it's not really like a huge issue.
If you want things to work out, like you will compromise somehow. You know, like if we're meant to be, it's gonna work out no matter what.
Have you guys ever experienced like people kind of disagreeing with like you just being together, or like kind of just been like like about anything, you know?
My dad's Muslim and my mom's Christian. And I always ask like, how does that work? It doesn't. They're not together. But my mom's really supportive. But my dad's a little, you know, like it's gonna take some time. He still calls her like my friend, and like so it's just kind of that's something we have to like. I've come to terms with like I can't force you to accept me. Like this is my person. And
she just looks wet. I think it's the hair. She just looks wet.
So I think that's one like challenge that we face with that.
I definitely think for that they should probably move up to number 2, because despite all the like challenges you guys are facing and everything, like you guys are living together, you guys are setting up for your future, despite what anyone says.
No, I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, very happy.
Get on up here.
For me, whenever I do go over to her home, her mom's mostly there, and so I'm really cool with her mom. But I do get nervous when I see her dad, just because like the things that she's told me and everything. But still cordial, still respectful, and nice. So he's still nice to me, treats me good, and hopefully leads to getting over the friend or thinking it's a phase. But just taking it day by day.
As long as I'm staying next to her, I don't care what spot I'm in.
These guys been in 5th for like 3-4 times, bro. But they haven't been in 5th when it came to the assessment. Oh no.
I feel like this makes sense because it not only went off of like how we felt about each other, but how we felt about ourselves. And me as a person, I do struggle with my own self-image. So as soon as it was made aware that this was based off of ourselves as well, I was not expecting the first one, because it is something that I work on a daily basis, and it's something that he helps me with as well.
I thought you guys would have been higher, honestly.
I'm on the same boat. I have a lot to work on myself. And through her, I've been working on it little by little, and I still know I have a lot to accomplish when it comes to working on myself. So it can only go up from here, like you said at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm not really too surprised, because if it is based on ourselves, there are a lot of things that I would like to improve and change about myself. So thanks. Yeah.
This like shows how much we love each other's imperfections at the same time, because not all of us are gonna be T to T compatible. We're gonna have things that you say I'm more introverted, you're more extroverted. He's gonna bring that out of me. So there's gonna be a difference, but that doesn't mean it's bad.
Yo, congrats.
I know them to your feeling.
Like for me, like when it comes to like personal, obviously I'm not perfect, but like prior to getting into a relationship, I was celibate for like 6 months, and I did a lot of like work. I went to
What are you
therapy for,
selling?
like years before, and I feel like I'm very self-aware, and I know what I need to work on and need to improve. And I've used like a lot of the techniques and everything that I've learned like in therapy and just like experiences in life. And like to really like make this relationship like work and make it really healthy. It's like the most healthy relationship I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Like we don't fight, we like argue, but like even then it's like.
But we like come together, we talk it out, and like we just have slight disagreements, and then we just work through it.
Group ranking, marriage. Also, so these.
I think.
Hold on. So these two they're the same. These two, that no, this relation, yeah, these two, they're practically the same. Like positioning is not mad. Them two they're not mad. These ones were mad though, and this one was mad. So I know these two got a hella
I
arguments.
think we're really compatible.
Very.
And I just don't think that people understand how compatible we really are. I think we both have the same sense of humor. We both have the same goals in life.
Very judgmental.
And, like, just you wait.
Just you wait.
I don't even know where I was going with that.
You didn't say, okay, like